Right. No, I'm just asking. No, they're all here. Okay.
All right, everyone, I'm going to call the docket. Just let me know if you are here by standing up. In custody, we have Jesse Nao. Jonathan Lopez, custody. Ruben Gonzalez. All right, thank you. Dustin Newkirk. Dorwin Gomez Jr. Thank you. All right, everyone, I believe you all know the rules. So if you're ready, please just let me know. Anyone who's ready? All right. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, who's your client?
Ruben Gonzalez.
Okay.
And attend your district search for your view.
Oh, sure, if you'll,
Thanks, Amy.
thank you.
Here you go, Judge.
Thank you. All right, have you had a chance to review?
Yes, Judge, I took a look at it earlier. Judge, Mr. Vargas, did you file a motion? Yeah, we just did. Just make sure. Yeah.
All right, so with regards to Mr. Gonzalez, a judge's warrant was issued. Was he on a PR bond?
I think I was.
Adriana, can you check to see if he was on a PR bond?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're gonna go on the record in 2023 CR 2291, State of Texas versus Ruben Xavier Gonzalez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Defense,
Roberto Vargas for the defendant, ready to proceed, Your Honor.
and are you Mr. Gonzalez?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so defense has filed a motion for the defendant to be released on a PR bond.
Judge,
Yes,
I do show on 5/4/2022, he was released on a PR bond.
all right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
So here's the problem, Mr. Gonzalez, and maybe everybody can explain it to me. You were here in court on May 1st, 2023. Your counsel said you were applying for the pretrial diversion
Yes.
program. You're reset for June 1st, 2023, and we have not seen you since.
My client, during that time period, Your Honor, became homeless and was going through some difficulties in life. And we
Why don't
lost,
you pick up the phone and call somebody?
well, sometimes when you're going through difficulty in life, you don't think about that, Judge. You hit rock bottom, you're not thinking about that. But since then, he's trying to rebound on his life. He's got a place to stay, as I've shown the documentation. We conferred with the state, court does get him another PR bond. He'll be going into the Casa de Oro. He's been accepted to that program. He'll be signing the agreement if he'll be able to get a PR bond. Mr. Escobar can confirm that because we spoke to Mr. Howard just right now regarding this. So he's got a place for his rehabilitation, Your Honor. He's got a place to stay. He's got a place where they'll help him with his medication at this point and help him get back on track. We're respectfully asking the court to reconsider another PR bond. His future looks a lot brighter now because he's got a game plan. No,
All right, so here's my question. what's happening with the underlying, with this case, though?
Judge, so he was accepted to the community court pretrial diversion program. So what's gonna end up happening is once, if he is released today on a PR bond, once he gets back to that program and once it's confirmed with Mr. Howard, they're gonna send out it's a modified PTE contract. It's for 6 months that he stays in services, that he complies with what they're asking him to do. And then at the end of that 6 months, the case would ultimately be dismissed. So.
All right, so are you all asking that he still be allowed to be in the program?
Yes, Judge, it appears that during this time, he has attempted to get some help. He has attempted to at least go into programs. Again, he did show up to court. He did put himself at the mercy of the court. He does seem that he is trying to better himself, so.
All right,
Also, one of your former defendants that was here before you, Judge, that has made a good turnaround based on drug court is also his counselor, Mr. Gomez. Can you stand up?
hello,
He's been,
welcome back.
he's been like
Oh, you may be
Moment.
seated.
He's been like my mentor.
his mentor for the last several months, making sure he's complying with everything. So he's got a lot of good support.
I have like, there's actually 5 RAs that are in the house. And they
Okay.
take care of us and make sure that we stay in compliance to our meetings that we have to go to. I go to a meeting every night from 8 to 9 with one of the counselors in-house.
Mhm.
And then I do my private counseling with Cindy Salinas at VDAIDS for substance abuse counseling. I've been sober for the last 4 months and don't plan on going back on the drug, believe me.
Okay.
I mean, it's caused me just nothing but problems. At the time that I missed court hearing I was evicted. So I lost everything. I lost my phone. I had no way of contacting anyone and I was kind of scared being out on the street by myself. So they actually called me in to get into this program with San Antonio AIDS Foundation, which is Casa de Care, transitional housing. And they monitor us. We have curfew every night. We have to be present for all meetings that they ask us to attend. And I attend every single one that they have, even though I'm not asked to do all of them.
Okay,
And Judge, as a part of the community court pretrial diversion program, he would have to meet with the program once every month via Zoom. So he is going to be monitored also. The dismissal doesn't come until the end of the program.
all right. All right, this is what the court will do. The court will recall the warrant, set the bond at $1,500, grant you a PR bond, waive the fees, and you're to reside at transitional housing, and you're to participate in the community court. And we're gonna reset this for June 24th. You need to make sure you're here.
I will be here.
And if there's some issues, that's where you pick up the phone, call somebody. Even, people don't have, if you don't have a cell phone, people are like, oh my gosh, what do I do? We got to learn how to function. I know they don't have the phone booths. When I was growing up, you could go put your quarter in and make a phone call. I know they don't have that anymore.
You're lucky if you find one.
Yeah, but you can go to the library, go wherever, and they'll let you make a call.
Oh, no, I'll be okay because I'll be a custody care. So if I need to make a phone call and I don't have a phone, I have their services I can use.
All right, could I have a reset form, please?
No,
You stay in the same place, even if it's there.
it's the same way. They're just changing the name.
Okay.
And state you're in agreement?
Yes, Judge. And once, I guess this is over, we're gonna email Mr. Howard just so that the contract process can get started.
All right.
Not yet. I think.
Real quick. Do you have Zoom capability at the house? Because I don't
Yes.
want to enter.
I have it on, I believe I have it on my phone. I've used it before.
All right, so you
They
can
also have it
appear.
at the house.
All right, so he can appear by Zoom because I don't want to. All right, I don't want to interfere with this treatment, but it'll be at 9 a.m. And if he zooms in at 9 a.m., it's really just me checking up on him to make sure everything is going well. All right, thank you.
Hey, Judge, what was that date, just so I can give to
June 24th. All right. So you giving that reset form? Is there anything else?
No, Your Honor, may we have those documents back for his records?
Oh. Yes.
I'll just
Welcome.
hold on to your records.
All right, and we're off the record. Mr. Gonzalez, if there's ever an issue, you can always come back to the court.
Yes, definitely. I do
Okay,
know now.
all right.
I do thank you for your assistance.
Oh, good luck to you, and I'm glad you're doing so well.
I actually, I've been putting back on the drug. It's like, it causes nothing but trouble for me.
Oh, yes.
So,
All right, thank you so much.
Thank
And
you.
you're excused once you sign the reset form, okay?
Thank you. Just wait there for a minute.
Seen you a lot. No, but it's great to see you today. But Danny, who I've seen quite a bit. Is she here? That's the best thing I think I've ever seen at closing. That was. They do for the mom too, but usually.
Yes.
Your Honor, I have two
Did you want
docket
to-
matters that I'm writing on, that I think you have in front of you. And then, may I-
The last two.
Yes.
the first one is Alex Espinosa.
Are
Alex,
they,
Oh, the
is
ones,
that a
states, I
indicted
think state
case?
theirs.
it is a case in which he's on probation.
All right, so I'll need the file.
I think they had put it up on your bench.
Yes,
And this is Mr. Ramos,
And then the
had
other one, right?
conferred with you regarding this case. This is a gentleman that is traveling,
yes,
for,
medical reasons.
medical reasons for his son. And so I was just approaching with that, motion to travel.
You can speak to,
I spoke with Daniel.
yes,
And Daniel at the time was, he's on probation. It's up to you, Judge, is what we originally said. And I think he's still in that same spot.
Judge is the same. I mean, he's on probation now. He's,
okay. All right, will you let probation know?
Yes,
And probation probably will have no issues if he's doing fine on probation, and then I'll sign it.
yes, Judge.
All right, so just let them know about that.
And, would you like me to address the second off docket or take care of that first?
Yeah, let's take care of that, and then I'll come back to.
Thank you, Judge.
Alejandro De Leon, why do I have this file? Oh, this is the other one. Okay, we'll wait.
Thank you, Judge.
Sure. Anybody else ready?
Good morning. Hi. Hi. They're bringing my client up and I just need an approach on a motion to set bond. on him. I'd gotten this a while back, so that.
Was it taken care of?
No. They, judge wanted me to bring him, so,
Or just got it all together?
so I just, yeah. that'd be
Okay, I'll
great.
be right back.
Thank you very much.
Hello,
Hello, Judge, may I approach?
yes.
This is on, Mr. Espinosa.
You just give that to the clerk.
Yes, Judge.
Probation, Bashan,
Yes, Judge.
on Alex Espinoza, has he been doing okay on probation?
Judge, he's only been on probation a week. We've had our, he's done his orientation. But he's only been on a week.
Are you okay with him leaving for a medical procedure?
Yes, Judge.
All right.
It's for his child, I believe.
Yes, Judge.
Yes. All right, that's done. If you want a copy, the clerk will give you a copy.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, and then your other person?
Is Mr. De Leon?
Yes, why are we here?
This is a motion to remove an ignition interlock device. I have conferred with Mr. Garahan. He's in agreement with our motion with one, he would like to add one condition. In summation, Judge, this Mr. De Leon has two ignition interlock devices and a handheld device.
Mhm.
On one of his cars, it's getting repossessed and it doesn't work. And so we're asking to remove it from that car. Mr. Garahan has asked just that we present proof. I believe you said within 30 days that the car's been repossessed.
All right, so when will you have proof that the car has been repossessed?
I don't know the answer to that because I think that's based on the when the company comes to get it. But my advice to our client is to tell the company to come. If we could have a deadline of 30 days, I think we can definitely get it to you within that time. But I don't have a date certain. Part of that being, Judge, is if he were to reach out to the company at this point to say, come get it, the ignition interlock is still in it.
All right.
And we didn't
so
want it
I'm
repossessed.
assuming the ignition interlock persons have to remove it.
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, we'll go on the record. Is your client here?
He is, Your Honor.
All right, when the,
May he approach?
yes. All right, court is gonna call 2018 CR 8641. State of Texas versus Alejandro De Leon. That party is announced for the record for the state. Defense.
Jason Todd for Mr. De Leon.
And are you Mr. De Leon?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Oh,
Jason Garahan for the
Yes.
state, Your Honor.
all right. So defense is filing a motion requesting removal of the ignition interlock on a vehicle that they
Yes, sir.
state is going to be repossessed. But the ignition interlock on the vehicle that is not going to be repossessed is to remain. And my understanding, he's also currently on a portable device as well.
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. Any objections to the removal of the ignition interlock on the vehicle that is going to be repossessed?
No, there's no objection, Your Honor. We just would ask that the prior proof to the court within 30 days that the car had been repossessed.
Okay. All right. Do you mind raising your right hand for me, Mr. Gonzalez? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
I'm sorry, say
State your name for the record.
Alejandro De Leon.
Oh, I don't know why I have you down as Ruben Gonzalez. No wonder you were like, who is this? Did I actually call 2018 CR 8641? See, I still have this. Sorry. Okay, thank you, Judge. Thank you. All right, thank you. At least I called the correct case. All right, so are you Alejandro De Leon?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes,
All right, do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Alejandro De Leon.
All right, so the car that's your attorney is saying is going to be repossessed. What is the status of that?
It no longer works. I legitimately was driving on Wurzbach Parkway towards 35 and the brakes went out. It's just by the grace of God that nobody was in front of me and I was able to exit and coast off or let it come to a coast off to a stop. And then we just had it towed. But since then, our mobile mechanic has actually worked on the car for the past couple of years since we bought it. We put about $3,000 in repairs since we bought it. He told us it's gonna be another 1,000 to get this particular part fixed. It was the ABS system that he eventually was able to find out what the issue was. But he told me it was gonna be another $1,000 and that there's no guarantee with that particular system that it's gonna be fixed. So rather than just put the money into more repairs that aren't a guarantee, we decided to use that money towards a down payment on a newer car at a more reputable dealership.
All right, and do you have that new car?
Yes, ma'am. And then I did put an interlock in that one as well.
All right, the car that has the ignition interlock in it that you're going to let them repossess, what vehicle is that?
That's a 2016 Dodge Charger.
All right. And have you called the company to let them know they can take it?
Yeah, we've called, or we called the bank or whoever has the loan and just let them know that, let them know the situation. We're not going to pay it anymore. We don't want it. So they've been sending us letters that it's in repossession status but we don't know when they're going to come get it.
All right, so this is what will need to be in the order. The court will allow removal of the ignition interlock on that device. I'm sorry, on that vehicle. And that needs to be done. The repossession of the vehicle needs to be done by April 29th. Is that doable?
This is the first time I've ever had a vehicle in repossession status. I don't know how that works. I don't know if they come get it or if we just give it back to them.
All right, well, you can't drive it without the.
Right,
ignition on.
exactly, right. Well, I mean, either way, we just tow it wherever we need to, but, yeah, okay. But
And we can help them with that process, Judge, to try to expedite the repossession
Right.
process.
All right, and then I will need an affidavit from him stating that he will not drive any vehicle that is not equipped with ignition interlock. So that needs to be in the order. And what needs to be in the order is that vehicle needs to be removed from his possession or his property by April 29th.
Yes,
Everyone in agreement?
That's fine with the state.
Okay.
and that's fine with us, Judge. And there is already an affidavit attached to the motion where he says he will not drive any vehicle without a ignition interlock.
Awesome. Okay. Is there anything else?
State.
All right. Thank you.
thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right. Is anyone else ready? Everyone, we're recessing at noon. Oh, just give me one moment. Yes.
I thought I heard you ask if anybody was ready. We're ready for Jonathan Lopez on the motion to set bond.
Okay.
And he's in custody.
And Judge, can I approach this one?
Yes. Oh,
Can I-
just have them.
Can you pass this to the judge?
Mhm.
So on Joe Pope that we took care of the other day,
Uh-huh.
you had ordered an investigator, you allowed me to, and the order was never entered into the system. It's in the file,
Okay,
but an amount was never, you never approved an amount.
yeah, okay. You all didn't ask for an amount. So how much are you asking for? Just
I don't
whatever
I don't remember what she billed. She billed a lot. I'm like, she was doing 4 cases and I don't know. I mean, I don't want to be mean, but she's billing more than I am. Put it that way. Let's see.
Okay, tampering with government records is a 3rd degree.
It was a habitual.
Oh, it's a habitual, okay.
They're all habituals. So she took care of 4 cases, all habitual.
Okay. All right, I put an amount in it.
What's that?
I put an amount in it.
Okay. And I'll just tell her that's all you get.
Hello? Okay. Okay, bye-bye. Richard, mom says she did receive your postcard, but she was so overwhelmed by speaking to you and hearing your voice.
She's so sweet. She says she has them all up in the wall.
Hmm?
She has everything up on the wall, right?
Well, no, postcards she have in the album
Oh,
and
yeah.
the money that you sent her.
Oh, on the wall.
Mhm.
I was telling somebody earlier, I want to go to Saudi Arabia. That'll be an interesting one.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't know, maybe in May. I mean, in October, when the weather, because it's boiling hot over.
Oh, wow. You know, I still want to do a cruise on the Nile. And I want it to be a murder mystery cruise.
You know, I would like to do that in a little baby basket.
Oh, they'll be like, here's Scott.
So I don't know if you heard, but Sonora got married.
Yes. You know what? Live your best life.
So we took this cruise and one of the helpers was helping her get
Mhm.
off and on the boat. Because it was a small boat,
Mhm.
the planks,
Mhm.
and fell in love and got married.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. It's never too late, right? But let me know if you do.
Right, sure.
I'm waiting for the new museum in Cairo to open, the gym.
I want to do it, and so it could be like an experience like out of the movie The Mommy.
That's the old one.
Yes. Could you mute us for a moment?
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, and is Jonathan Lopez out here?
Yes, Your Honor, he's in custody.
All right, State, are you all ready to hear this request for a bond? All right.
Judge, just to clarify, the clerk had given me a printout with the original bond of 5,000, but his bond had been increased a number of times.
Okay,
So it's, I think the last one was actually 75,000.
okay. All right, court is calling 2014 CR 7889A, State of Texas versus Jonathan Lopez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Defense?
Linda Corley for Mr. Lopez.
And are you Mr. Lopez?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, there's a request from the defense to set a bond on a motion to revoke.
Judge, actually, this is a little strange. What happened was a while back, he had a compliance hearing set. He didn't log in on Zoom. A judge's warrant was issued, remanded without bond, but MTR has not been filed yet, technically, but I'm sure they're working on that.
So any objections to the court reviewing the document that caused the court to set a compliance hearing?
I can't imagine that there would be any legal objection I could make to that.
Okay.
No, Judge.
All right, so let me review that. Because usually when the court sets a compliance hearing on a motion to revoke, that's because their issues are developing.
I believe they've had to alter and amend or something and they were, but
All right, so we're gonna go off the record. Counsel, this is what I suggest. The reason why he was scheduled for compliance hearings was due to positive issues.
Yeah.
So since a motion to revoke has not been filed, if you want to speak to your client about that and speak to probation about that, he may not need to make a bond.
Your Honor, I would like to also mention, as stated in the supplemental report, he failed to report, he was put on, weekly reporting application, but he failed to report for the months of April and May, and he hasn't reported since then.
So that needs to be addressed.
2021.
So maybe you all want to address that.
well, I talked with our prosecutor and with but they're not ready to, we don't have an MTR file, so we can't
No,
really.
it's not an MTR, but usually in regards to compliance hearings, when I set them, there are things that happen in the terms of altering and amending conditions maybe, or maybe what ends up happening is there is a motion to revoke that's filed. So it would probably be best for you all to confer with each other and confer with probation on how we address what's in the supplemental report. Now, what's addressed in the supplemental report, it could still maybe result in a motion to revoke, or maybe not. But that's what you all need to work on.
Judge, if I may,
Yes.
a motion to revoke will be filed. It is in the works at this time.
It's my understanding that they're planning to go forward with filing that, Judge.
All right, I'm sorry, just give me one moment. Can you mute us for a moment?
it's my understanding they're filing the MTR today.
Mhm.
So,
Well, do you
there's
wanna have-
nothing that we can't work out anything right now. I've talked with the ADA, so I guess I'm just hoping that what we can accomplish today is to get an agreement on a bond for the MTR that's gonna be filed today, so that he can have an opportunity to bond out if his family
Right, so
can.
just one moment. So is the motion to revoke going to be filed soon?
Today.
When we say today, what time are we thinking?
So 1 p.m. start.
All right, so if she's gonna file it at 1 p.m. and then I can set the bond, because otherwise, if I set it now, technically, they're gonna put it in the system. When they put it in the system,
Yes, Your Honor.
this MTR is gonna come out and then that's gonna change everything.
No, I understand. I wasn't anticipating it to be entered, but maybe we could come to an agreement on the bond amount.
Well, I need to see what's gonna be on the motion to revoke
Okay.
first. So if y'all will
Um,
have a seat and we'll figure it out.
Well, Judge, I have an appointment this afternoon. Could I log into Zoom to
Yes.
finish it up?
Yes.
Okay. So I guess
What time is your appointment?
my appointment's at 1:30.
All right, so let's do this. Let's just take a short break.
Mhm.
And maybe probation can give me an idea what's going to be in the motion to revoke
Okay.
and give you both an idea what's going to be in the motion to revoke. And then we could take it up and you won't have to appear on Zoom.
Okay, that's terrific. May I be excused to go to 6 while we do that?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Have a seat. I'll be back.
All right, anybody else who's ready? Yes. Which,
Darwin Gomez.
yes.
It's a third setting. I've conferred with the state. The state has conveyed an offer
Mhm.
today, this morning. We're reviewing the offer to figure out whether it's something we're gonna take or if it's gonna be a trial. Currently, it looks like it might be in the trial route unless things drastically change. I would humbly ask for, I guess, the next setting, whether it's a announcement or motion setting or final pretrial, however the court deems it.
All right, could I have a reset form?
Hope you feel better, Judge.
Oh, thank you.
You look
No.
fantastic though, so I would never would have guessed you were taking a
Aw,
shot.
You're so awesome. There are still gentlemen in San Antonio.
Well, thank
All
you,
right.
Judge.
Oh, you're welcome. How's campaigning coming for you?
You know, it is a whole different animal. I thought that the primary would be dead until November, and every week I've been in 2 or 3 cities a week, and then trying to juggle the law practice as well. And then my trials are hitting. So can't complain. I guess it's worse things than having a job or jobs.
Oh, yeah. All right, I'm gonna set this for April 29th. That's gonna be your plea deadline date. On that date, you need to let the court know whether or not you're accepting the state's offer. If you choose not to accept the state's offer, then you'll have a trial setting. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
I've known this man for 2 years. He's never once told me that I look good, so I.
Oh,
I just
wow.
want that noted for the record.
Just thank you.
For the
Now I
record,
feel so
yes.
much better.
You know I love you.
All right, is anybody else ready? I see attorneys sitting here. Who wants the next bite at the apple?
I have a motion to travel, but I'm just letting the stage review.
Oh, okay. But Sean, at 1 p.m., it's felony drug court graduation. I need to be there.
Have a great weekend, Judge.
All right, you too.
Seriously, Chris. You too. It was fun. I'll catch you some good luck. Thank you.
Yes,
Recall today on that motion for new trial.
yes. So are you here for the you ready on the motion for new trial?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
All right, could I have the file on Hinaho, please?
Let the other ones go if they were shorter, but
No.
everyone.
Do you need a break?
No, I was gonna say, Diana just texted me that she's back, so I don't know if you want us to switch out.
Okay, could we do this one real quick and then we can switch out? Okay, thank you.
Want to make sure you have enough room.
Oh, thank you.
It's a tech file.
Okay. All right, we're on the record in 2020 CR 10218, State of Texas versus Jesse N.O. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state
It's acting for the state, Your Honor.
defense?
John Reitmeyer.
And are you Mr. Eno?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so we were here on a motion for a new trial. The court had heard all the evidence, and I was giving counsels a chance if they wanted to review different case law, or if they had different case law to present to the court. But before we do that, is there any other evidence that anyone would like to present before I hear argument?
No evidence, Judge.
All right, and the evidence that was previously was admitted, which was an exhibit related to Dr. Nancy Kellogg. All right, then the court will hear argument. Defense, it's your motion, so I'll allow you to go first.
Judge, if I could approach this
Yes.
one case, I've already tendered a copy to defense counsel to the state.
Mhm.
And when we were arguing, Ms. Jackson was citing the Pena case, and listing the factors of what to do with the what to do with the Brady violation in terms of a motion for a new trial. And as she discussed with you, my counter to that is the Pena case was decided before the Michael Morton Act was put into place. Since that, Article 3914 has been revamped. There have been case law changing certain factors about that. And the case I gave you is one of the more recent ones. It's Watkins v. State, talking about whether something is material or not. And as it says on the first page, evidence is material if it has some logical connection to a consequential fact. That's compared to what Pena was saying, and saying, well, if something is material, is it going to have some sort of change on the outcome? It's a completely different standard. So our argument is because these required or these disclosures were not made to defense, it is material. It does have a logical connection to a consequential fact. It was admissible, or the disclosures or any of that, any of the things talked about in the disclosures would be admissible, and it is favorable to the defense by not turning those disclosures over. And the state has admitted they should have done it. It has denied my client, it has denied my client effective counsel because we weren't able to fully cross-examine Dr. Kellogg.
All right, so here's my question. I'm reading Watkins, and I'm aware of Watkins, and I'm reading what you've highlighted. And what you've highlighted is evidence is material if it has some logical connection to the consequential fact. So based upon the exhibit that was entered, what logical connection to a consequential fact does that have to this case?
Well, I would tender that Dr. Kellogg said it could have happened or it couldn't have happened. And because we weren't able to use the stuff in the exhibit to impeach her, there was no way to get further into that.
All right. State.
Your Honor, with respect to the most recent question posed by Your Honor to counsel and kind of speaking to that specifically, I'm certain that with respect to Dr. Kellogg's testimony, she was a witness wherein no evidence or exhibits were admitted through her. Under no circumstances do delayed outcry doctors, nurses speak to whether or not a defendant could or couldn't have done something. So no witness can get up there and say, well, yeah, this is the person that did it. I can prove that. That testimony is never elicited in any circumstance from a sexual assault nurse examiner or a doctor when they get on the stand. Now they can talk about history they reviewed or what the results showed or a normal finding, but they don't say, yep, I, Dr. Such and such, can say that this person committed the crime. They don't, that's not testimony they provide. So we believe that, you know, in terms of a consequential fact, this would not have changed any part or aspect of the defensive strategy that they could have prepared for or cross-examined her on, because there were no exhibits elicited through her or gotten in through her, I should say. She was there to simply explain kind of general context. What is an examination? How are they performed? And that's really all she added, Your Honor.
All right, and defense, it's your motion, so I'll give you final argument.
Well, Judge, I would say, I think we've argued that my client was harmed because of this lack of disclosure in this. I also believe, the legislature put these rules in there for a reason. We're supposed to have this stuff. So 3914H says we're supposed to get this stuff. 3.09D, I believe, of the rules of professional conduct say we're supposed to get this stuff. We didn't get this stuff. And as a result, my client was harmed.
All right. All right, so I've heard both arguments from counsel. We can go off the record now. So, Mr. Hinaho,
Yes, Your Honor.
even though I'm aware of the case law in this case, I still like to reread it once I've heard arguments from the state and the defense. So I want to let you know that I am strongly reviewing everything and internalizing everything so that I can make the appropriate decision. So what's going to end up happening, because I want to read over everything again. I'm going to bring you back. And I'm going to bring you back. Deputy Mejia, are we able to put a hold on him for April 15th? Are you good with April 15th, counsel?
Not texting?
Yeah, if you want, I know tax day for solo practitioners. You want to do it the 16th, maybe?
Oh, I was just having some fun with you, Judge. Hang on one second.
Okay.
I've got to be in Caldwell County on the 15th, but I am available on the 16th if that's okay.
All right, so Deputy Mejia, if you could put a hold on him for the 16th, we'll have you brought back on the 16th, okay?
Okay, Your Honor.
All right, is there anything else? All right, so I'll have my decision for you all on the 16th.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you.
May we be excused?
Yes,
Thanks, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
you're welcome.
Hope you feel better, Judge.
Oh, thank you so much.
Well, Judge, I'm glad I saw you at least a little bit this week.
Hey, there you go. Oh, you were in trial in another court.
Yes, Judge, and we finished up. So thankfully, things went well. So it was a guilty verdict.
Okay,
It was quick. It was with Danny, who I know was here a little bit earlier, so
okay.
it was good.
Oh, wow.
But I
You
was
just, you're in demand all over the courthouse.
like, Judge, I demand to be in this courtroom, in this courtroom.
I appreciate that.
Well, have a great weekend, Judge, and I will see you on Monday.
Yes,
I'll see you on Monday.
we're gonna be running the 5K though.
You know, Your Honor, absolutely. And that is gonna be a wonderful experience.
That he will not participate in.
You two in different ways.
All righty. Thank you so much. Hey.
Monday thought.
Ready to email her. Yeah.
I have her email. Let me give you.
I have
Send me- Can you send me a text? Okay.
All right, are there any other cases on our docket? I know we're waiting on Lopez, but. Oh, could I see the following Dustin Newkirk? Deputy, here, could you make an announcement for Dustin Newkirk?
I gotta get. Okay, that's just telling me that it's me. I'm gonna get.
No one? Adriana,
Yes, ma'am.
could you look up Dustin Newkirk,
Sure.
2019 CR 13070, and see if someone gave him a PR bond or if that's a commercial bond?
Somebody gave him a bond and he made it on 1/26/2024. It was for $6,000. Let me see the notes, one moment. All right, thank you. On 1/23/2024, there was a motion set to set bond, order to set bond on the same day. And then on 1/26/2024, he made that bond.
All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, John, are you ready?
I'm almost done. Yeah, sorry.
Hi. Yes.
May I approach it?
Sure.
There was Mr. Calvin's office, Your Honor.
All right, can you have them pull the file in the back?
I can do that, Your
All
Honor.
right, thank you. Okay. All right, Daniel, we're gonna go on the record briefly for a no-show. Court is calling 2019 CR 13070, State of Texas versus Dustin Kirk. Could I have announcements?
Daniel S. Clark from the state of Texas.
All right, this hearing was scheduled actually on April 4th at 9 a.m. The defendant was a no-show as of 4:01 p.m. The court recalled it for today, April 5th. And again, at 9 a.m., it is now 10:49 a.m. And the defendant is a no-show. Deputy Mejia, did you make an announcement for the defendant?
Yes, Judge.
Was there any response?
No.
State?
State would ask for a bond forfeiture.
That will be granted and he'll be remanded without bond. If he makes an appearance, the court will reconsider.
Hey, Judge,
Yes.
that PCR should be in, excuse me, maybe in the next 20 minutes or so.
Okay.
And just to give a general idea of what I think they're gonna allege, there might be some, one or two things they don't allege from my little list. And that's what I think they're gonna allege.
Okay. All right, thank you. Oh, excuse me, can I have a file back on Hanaho if you haven't filed it away?
No, I have it here.
All right, thank you. Uh, Diana, the vice court reporter who was here, can you ask her to send um, a transcript of that hearing we just had with Hanaho? All right, thank you. Rough draft is fine. Hi, I'll come around. Sorry for the wait. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
You want her to email it to you? You want me to give her Barb's email?
Yes, Barb's and, well, I need it as well. All right, have you spoke to probation to see if they have any objections?
I spoke to the state, not probation.
All right, so if you'll talk to probation, because I see she's currently on probation,
Okay,
to see if they have any objections to the date.
thanks, Your Honor.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, LaShawn, I'm being told our T-shirts will be here today. Hi, I'll come around. So does the state have any objections?
That we would add in is that is that the defendant be drug tested after after these strips, just immediately after.
And the
Okay.
defense agrees with that.
Okay.
Sorry, Judge, on a different train of thought.
No problem. Granite.
Hello, Judge.
Hi.
May I approach the bench? I have got a delivery.
Oh my gosh. Okay, there's no excuse for us not to see the eclipse. And it's beautiful too.
Norman.
I have mine in the.
Yes, she's in the back.
I'll give it to her in the back.
Oh.
So that way, yes. So, yay.
Okay, are these legit?
According to commissioners, they came from commissioners court, so.
Okay,
I think so. I
I
don't
trust
know.
commissioners court.
Alright. Thank you. I'm gonna go drop some on myself.
Thank you so
You're
much.
very welcome.
Well, no, what I, no. Oh, let me see yours.
Nope.
What can I at least see? Oh my gosh, those are beautiful.
Oh, yeah, I have those. Yeah.
Oh, so you already have.
Yes, I have.
So I can take hers. Hey, you could give it to my niece.
A lot of work. She's not. Yeah.
But Sean,
Diana,
you
do
can
have
give it
yours?
to, are you saying you're not gonna give one to my niece?
I don't know what she's dodging in.
You're not giving one to my baby niece?
Are those ones that you bought for your niece?
What date am I putting on? Oh, today's.
But Sean, do not give any glasses to anybody who's not participating in the 5K.
I mean, I'll be there in spirit.
That doesn't even count.
Like a force ghost, but you won't be able to see me.
Yay, thank you. Oh, these are cool.
All right, thank you.
Hey, explore signs. See, this is what I'm talking about. Hers says certified on it. Okay, let me just say,
On the inside, Judge, it should say something about P something.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
okay, it does, but let me just tell you, these are reflective. If you look at the ones from commissioners, they're not reflective.
They're good or bad?
I don't know. See? Well, I'm gonna, you know what?
You're welcome.
I'm going to double mine.
Yep.
Well, really triple. I'm gonna have my eyeglasses on. Plus, I'm gonna do that and this. Oh, Bashan, have you seen the graduation list?
I don't wanna go, I don't wanna cry today.
We have to be there.
I want to cry today.
NRC and ISO certified solar eclipse observation glasses. Cut off. Yeah. And it came with a bonus smartphone photo filter.
Oh, wow.
So
So you can put your camera on it?
Hi.
I didn't poke you, Judge.
Huh?
I didn't poke you on Facebook.
Oh.
I didn't have any second thoughts. Remember, you were like, if you want me to come, if you change your mind, just tell me and I'll come
Yes.
to your one. I didn't have any second
Oh,
thoughts.
congratulations.
Thank you.
So you're married now.
Yes, and I am here because I am set on Tuesday and I would like for you, if you could please recall it for Monday, 6 days. I'm gonna have surgery.
Okay. All right, if you have them pull the file.
Yes, perfect.
All right, Bashan,
Marco's in the back.
now this is something she could tell her husband.
For, wait, for Monday, what Monday?
On the 9th,
Oh.
yeah,
That's Tuesday.
Tuesday, yes, on the 9th, I just want it moved to like the 22nd, because I thought my surgery wasn't gonna be till the 12th. And I went in today and they were like, surprise, surprise. I was like, okay,
Okay.
all right.
So she told me, I said, look, if you're at your wedding and you're walking down the aisle and you change your mind and you need somebody to stand up, I will be that person. Just let me know. Because sometimes people want to put the blame on somebody. You can blame me. I don't know why Judge Boyd would come down here and object to my wedding. I'll take the heat.
So I have a little signal.
Yeah. But Sean, it's hard to change your mind if there are, 200 guests. If they're just two, it's probably easier.
That's okay.
Well, did you see that clip of the guy? Oh, I think, yeah, you saw
Yeah.
the clip of the guy.
Yes.
As they were at the altar and they were about to do their vows and he was like, I can't do this.
No. I did not see that.
It was on one of the shows, right? Or no?
Yes. And so you know what? As a bride, that's where you make sure your dress converts to an after 5. And you can just still go celebrate. But I would end up telling him, I would say, excuse me, could I have your honeymoon ticket back?
Is Lana watching or did you text her? Oh.
All right, so is anybody ready? Does anybody want to call Linda Corley and let her know, hey, we're ready to take up her banner? No, I mean, I have an idea of what you, yeah, so. All right, let me.
I know who she is. I just don't.
All right, because we have drug court graduation at 1 and I promised them I would attend.
She's in county for 6, right?
I think maybe.
I think that's what she said. I'll go look and see if I can find her.
Oh, thank
I'll
you.
bring her back, and if she gets back before I get back, she'll just text me to come back. Okay.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Hello. Oh, do you need me to come back and speak with you? Okay,
So I'm gonna be here Tuesday anyway for our trial.
okay,
On a different note, may I approach?
yes,
On a somewhat similar manner, this gentleman has filed a liens on me, so.
okay. All right, of course, I'll end up signing it, but is he in custody or on bond?
He's in custody in licensing.
Okay.
On your warrant.
Okay, all right, Deputy Mejia. So when will you be here in court?
When will he be here?
No, when will you be back?
I'll be
here?
back Tuesday.
All right, Deputy Mejia, there's a defendant that is in Nueces County on a warrant here. Is it possible to get him back here by Tuesday? All right, so we'll sign the order to have him back here by Tuesday, then we'll take care of
Okay, that's
this.
fine. I'm gonna hold on to that until then. That'll be
Yes.
filed. That's just another copy.
Okay,
Okay.
Can I have this information?
Of course.
and what is he charged with?
Um, I believe they're drugs and. I'll get it for you. Right?
And that way we can have an attorney here for him.
Okay. Do you have a copy of the motion? Sure. Oh, awesome. You have a copy. Good. Okay, that's fine. It's. I mean, I have the.
Then we'll see you Tuesday, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Think she'll entertain it now?
Bye-bye, have a good weekend.
Judge, can you take up an off-docket issue that's kind of, there's a time urgency to
Let me
it.
tell you this, Joe, if you
All
don't
right.
mind.
Can you
No,
mute us,
please.
His client's not here.
Oh, just one second.
Is that the file? Her file? Court file?
Yeah,
On the record. What I'd like to do, my goal today, and I talked to prosecutor, is if we could, I know the MTR is not filed yet, but they're gonna file it today. If we could talk about what the bond will be set at when they do get it filed and get that in the
That's what we're
system,
gonna
once
do
it's
right now.
filed. And then withdraw the warrant, once that new bond is, the new warrant issued. Okay, great.
All right, are the parties ready on Jonathan Lopez?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, court is calling 2014 CR 7889A, State of Texas versus Jonathan Lopez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Defense?
Linda Corley for Mr. Lopez.
And are you Jonathan Lopez?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're here on a motion to set bond. It's the court's understanding and both parties' understanding that a motion to revoke is going to be filed in this case. The alleged allegations that may be in the motion to revoke are for non-reporting, multiple positive UAs, failures to submit, non-enrollment in the GED program, non-completion of community service hours, and not making outpatient treatment or sober support meetings. And for the record, both parties are aware that a motion to revoke is going to be filed, but the defense is asking that a bond be set based upon the motion to revoke that will be filed. The bond will not be placed in the system until the motion to revoke is filed. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. And then if, once the motion to revoke is filed and the bond is entered on that, I'm requesting that the court then withdraw the warrant that was originally issued.
All right. All right. Defense, do you have any witnesses?
No, Judge.
All right, state, any witnesses?
Your Honor, we're just gonna offer two exhibits and I can tender to defense right now, states 1 and states 2. It's the police report in the underlying case and the defendant's local criminal history.
Okay.
And just for the record, states 1, I believe, is a little criminal history, and then states exhibit number 2 is the police report.
Do we know what happened on these two cases that just show us closed?
Those are just closed out.
They were dismissed or?
Don't know if they just closed out, no resolution, I believe dismissed.
Judge, except for the two offenses, the possession of marijuana in 2019 and the DWLI enhanced, which we're not aware what the outcome was, I don't have any objections.
All right, then the court will review the exhibits. All right, the court has reviewed state's exhibits. All right, the court will hear argument.
Your Honor, my client is, I believe, still on defer, so he is entitled to a bond. But we would like to request, he doesn't have a lot of money. He does work. He has a job. He works as a roofer with his uncle's business. And so we would request that, we put in our motion, we're requesting a $5,000 bond.
All right. State?
Your Honor, at one point, the defendant's bond in this case was set at $75,000. He, as what's going to appear in the MTR that's going to be filed, it's that he hasn't reported since 2021. Due to the facts of the case, it's a robbery with a knife. The fact that he hasn't reported in almost 3 years, the state would ask for a $150,000 bond.
And Your Honor, a $150,000 bond would be oppressive. There's no way his family could even have a chance of bonding him out that amount. So we would, I understand if you don't want to go as low as 5,000, but Judge, we'd request a much lower bond than that.
All right. The court has not heard any evidence on the amount of bond that can be made. The court is basing its decision on the evidence that's been presented to me in argument by both parties. The court will set the bond at $60,000. And the court is going to order full GPS, waive fees. And the motion to revoke once filed, that will be set on. Ms. Abrams, are you able to do the motion to revoke? Is April 30th a good date? I don't know how many people are set on that day.
Your Honor, make more sense.
All right, so we're gonna come back on April 30th, and of course, defense, if you need more time than that, once you review the motion, the court will take that in consideration.
Judge, he's got to pay rent. Would you allow him to be on partial so that he can at least just go to work and be at home?
Once he has employment, then the court will consider that.
He has employment now. He works with his uncle on roofing.
All right, he'll need to provide actual, an affidavit to that nature.
Okay, can I get that from his uncle? Would that
Sure.
be, okay. Thank you, Judge.
You're
And
welcome.
You waived those fees, I believe.
Could I have a reset form, please?
And Judge, just to make sure that, and I think I've got it all, this is going to be entered in the system once the MTR is filed, which I was told would be today.
Yes.
And then he can post that bond and the other warrant will be withdrawn so that that doesn't
Yes.
hold him. Okay, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, once you sign the reset form, you all are excused.
Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Oh, I think my feelings are working still. Find this stuff on. This one. Okay, we'll go back over.
All right, and definitely if he's still in custody, he's gonna be back on April 30th.
Thank you very much for all your help. Of course, it would run out right then.
Mm-hmm.
Just wait.
That's that. All right, is there anything else before we call it a day?
One more here, then.
Sure. Oh, and I don't know how, but this got separated.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's it. So getting someone's on the 18th.
All right, who's here on Jose Lozano? What are we here for?
Judge, Mr. Lozano's pending sentencing on the 18th.
Mhm.
This is the case we tried a few weeks ago.
Yes.
He's on GPS as a condition of his bond.
Mhm.
But they're asking him for fees, but he's also on full house arrest. So,
Okay, I'll sign it for fees to be waived.
Judge,
All right, anything else?
that's it.
Am I gonna jinx us like they did in what it's called? Ghostbusters, where they say, clear your mind, don't think of anything, and he thinks of the state part, Marshmallow Man? All right, so are we done? Is there anything else? All right. All right, guys, where we are done for today, we will be back on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
God willing, the creek don't rise. So this is what ends up happening.
Purge doesn't happen.
Yeah, the purge is happening on April 8th. No, but the reason why I'm giving everyone April 8th off is for two reasons. One, because it's a once in a lifetime event, but mainly because they sent out an email from TxDOT and from other places saying, no large trucks are to be on the road. And then people who come here from out of town to work and have to drive back home, traffic is gonna be outrageous. So we're gonna take Monday's docket and turn it into a Monday and Tuesday. So everyone is really gonna have to have patience in their pockets. So all the guys, you need to wear double-breasted suits with the pockets on the inside as well as in the pants.
For snacks?
Oh, yeah, for snacks and for patience.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
You said something on it, but
No, Norma's moving it.
discuss.
Oh, Scott McCormick's for the 8th. Oh, curses.
Give him a call.
Yeah, see if you can do it on the 9th.
Okay. I just, when you start to say the 8th.
See, this is me testing y'all.
Is it just this court or have other?
Well, I will tell you,
Has
in
wisdom-
some,
Just because this judge is nice.
thank you.
Why?
In some counties, my understanding, they're not,
Everything's closed. The school is closed. The
Yes.
entire town is closed. Anything touching over there is done.
yes, but
But-
here, I think I'm the only court who's not having court on the 8th. They're not closing. They even sent out an email. And the email that the county sent out is telling employees, if you want to watch the clips, if it's not your scheduled break time, then you need to put in a leave so you can
Oh my
watch
God.
it. Yeah, so it says, county employees who would like to take time off should make a request in accordance with the office department procedures. And so they have a link for the procedures. And then they says, county employees who plan to step away from their work areas during their approved lunch break times are encouraged to use glasses. But you know, they put in there, in parentheses, approved lunch break. So who's having the, because when is this supposed to happen
I
at?
thought it was like one at 1.
Yeah.
1:30.
Whole thing happens like at 1:36 or 1:33.
So if you don't have an approved lunch break, you can't. So I just decided we're not gonna do it because people are acting as though a purge is gonna happen.
It's gonna, I'm nervous. I'm a little nervous about the road.
I'm not nervous. I think it's gonna be great.
The road, but
Yeah,
yeah, otherwise. Thank you, Judge, for your
All
wisdom.
All right, you guys are welcome. You guys have a great weekend.
Likewise, Your Honor.
All right, see y'all back on the 9th. Thanks for catching that.
He said 9, could it do it 9:30?
On the 9th?
On the 9th.
Yes.
I told him I called him back because that was not okay.
No, that's fine.
I said,
I'll watch it.
okay.
Tell them we're here from
Or did you?
9 to
I
5.
said, the earlier you get here, the most likely it gets done.
Yes.
Because if we get into some pleas or something else.
It's gonna get pushed
And I
back.
told him to have it higher.
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you all.
And so everybody, drug court graduation, 1 p.m. So you can come down and you can see the graduates from 187th.
I don't know.
Oh, here's our list.
Is there, how many are there? More than one.
Drug court works.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
Are you kidding me? That many?
Yeah, we always have.
Look,
Graduates.
187
Holy shit.
compared to
Sorry,
every other court. Look at this, some courts don't have any, but that's
Wow.
that's quite amazing. I can understand where you're going. They might
Yes.
not want to see us.
Yeah, no, let me just tell you, they do. And you know what? Sometimes when they graduate, they thank the prosecutor, they thank the judges, and their families are there. And usually some will say, this is the first time I've ever had a bank account. This is the first time I ever had a place to live, a stable environment.
That's cool. Back when I used to be drug court in this family, there was only one time where one of them was like, I want to thank the prosecutor because he actually was really nice and let me do this despite me doing something awful.
I did drug court as a prosecutor.
Mhm.
I think almost back when it was first formed,
Mhm.
with Judge Hurd.
Yes.
And
Oh, Judge Her was the second one.
second one, okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was there when she started. I was like, but I was so mad because I was like getting ready for murders and stuff. And I was like,
Yeah.
and she would do staffing and we would have to be there.
Oh, let me just tell you the way it was back in the Stone Age when I first started. So brand new, nobody really knew what they were doing.
Judge Glenn, right?
No, it was Judge Ramon. So Judge Ramon called me and said, hey, you want to be a part of felony drug court? I'm like, yeah, sure. And then I'm like, okay, what are we doing? And so I was reading up on treatment and stuff. We would meet after court was over. And when I say meet after court was over, we would start at 8 p.m.
Oh my
And some
God.
days we would not get out till 11. And you know how much attorneys were paid?
So like,
Zero. It was just all volunteer.
Oh,
It was just
wow.
something we believed in. And so the first night we had one participant. And that one participant, we had to get them in treatment.
y'all forgot to focus on what?
Yeah, we were like, and then people started hearing about the program, and then we started getting more. And then staffing started running later and later and later.
I think it's a great program.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think it's something that needed to be formed.
Oh,
and-
yes.
And it's great.
Oh, it is.
But as prosecutors, I was like, you don't need me.
Yeah.
I go, all you need for me to do is go that way.
Because sometimes, people need stability where they're accountable every single day. And that's what I like about drug court. I always tell people it's hard because your day is every single day you have something to do. And then slowly, when it's get closer to graduation and you're improving, it's less and less because now you should be able to use all the tools.
It's coaching. It's life.
Mhm.
It's coaching and because you're probably at their lowest. It's so much stuff that they could to get out of being homeless or druggy, to get to a house or get to an apartment or
yes.
and they have no financial or family support or friends. It's just so it's so surmountable. And then when you do drug court, when you have those persons that you can talk to them with daily,
Mhm.
I think
And
that's.
I always
that's the
tell
way the system
people,
works.
when people say, oh, change your people, places and things, I tell them that is so difficult. They're like, no, it's not. I said, okay, you're on the straight and narrow. What if I told you to change your people, places and things? And I want you to hang out with people who commit crimes and who use drugs. Your first thing was like, oh, I'm nervous. Where do I meet people? What do I do? And I said, it's the same thing with people who are becoming clean and sober. It's like, okay, where do I find these other people who are clean and sober? And what do I do? So it's really a complete 180 of your life to get
Oh,
it
yeah.
together.
I totally agree. I like this. I like it.
Yeah, but
Spend
that's
a lot
where I
of
will
time.
be. But hey, if you guys come back this afternoon, your t-shirts will be here. Because we're doing the 5K. I'm running it. The rest of you people who choose to walk, then you go ahead.
I'm doing the 5K, but I didn't register, so I just have to show up early, I think, right?
Yes.
No, they closed it. They closed
Oh,
online registration. I just show up.
You can
Just show up and run.
there.
Yeah, just show up.
You can sign up there.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, but
But be there early because I think the run starts at 8, but they have something else before that. So if you go before and do it before you have to.
And if all else fails, I'm gonna have my hair in a ponytail.
Okay.
You get your tan on,
Yeah.
you put a ponytail on,
Uh-huh.
and you run as me.
See him in a ponytail.
But I want you to, if you're gonna run as me, I want a great time.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Wait, when is this 5K?
Sunday.
Sunday.
I'm doing it.
We're doing it cold turkey.
Yeah, I can't do that cold turkey. That's how Daniel has a heart attack.
All right, so you guys can come back this afternoon for your t-shirts and then solar eclipse. You guys be safe over the weekend and please make sure your glasses, if you're gonna be watching anything, make sure they're the real deal.
I'm gonna sleep through it or I'll be at the school.
You're not, you have to be with your baby girl.